good here. Zero drop frame rates. Let's see here. Did I get everything right? Let me just make sure. Let's see. Show that I'm live? Yes, it does. Good here. Zero drop frame rates. Did I get everything right? Let me just make sure. Show that I'm live? Yes, it does. Okay, cool. Hello everyone, the Pokemon Fan 993 here. Today's my birthday and we're going to be doing some streaming. So normally I don't stream because of the way my situation is in my house, but I figure now since, it's my birthday, we at least give something a shot here. So today we're just going to be playing a bunch of Pokemon games here on my desktop. Uh, I'm going to open up a couple of games here. I'm basically what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be opening up a pack of cards at some point. I'm going to be doing playing games like Pokemon Showdown, Pokemon TCG Live, Pokemon Unite, and possibly if someone wants to suggest a ROM hack for me to play, we are going to do that as well. So the only thing I didn't have time to set this up for, because I kind of made the decision kind of today, I really didn't have any big plans for this, was basically like some kind of music royalty free. I didn't have time to do that because I immediately had to come home and immediately start messing with. I had to give my dog a bath and a couple other things. So I'm gonna be replying my messages through a lot of different things here. Like some kind of music royalty free. I didn't have time to do that because I immediately had to come home and immediately start messing with. I had to give my dog a bath. Something's not right. Hang on. Why am I seeing? I'm gonna be replying my messages through a lot of different things here. There's a lot of echo. I just turn my volume down. I'll have to live with that. I don't know much about streaming, so forgive me. I don't understand why, but it's not showing my full screen. Like it's only showing like part of it, and I'm trying to figure out why it's doing that. I'm not really sure why, to be honest with you. Let me have a look at this real quick because I didn't. Okay, that's why. I'm an idiot. All right, hang on. Let's do this. This should fix it. Fit stretch to screen. There we go. Now it should be a lot clearer what's going on. Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that. Hang on. Where's my chat go? I accidentally just. Or how do I fix that one? How do I open my chat again? I don't know how to do that. Oh my God. All right. All right. So I have not played. I think the last time I actually played Pokemon TCG was when the old version up here, the trading card game, the not the live version, was actually the last thing. So basically, what happened with this is that they took a bunch of a how do I put this? They took a bunch of. They basically made another game, and they took everything from the game, and you could transfer it to this game. And this game is mid. Like before, it was really when it first came out, it was really really bad because you had to Wow, this looks really stupid. Um, you had to. It was just a lot of issues. Like you can't use certain cards. Certain cards are now like you can't have more 4-1 card. You can no longer trade cards. A couple other things here. So for those who don't know how this works, is that I do this every single day. Is we go through and we do our dailies. So up here we have the it's at 650 on 1,000. So every time we get a tier, we get whatever's on in the tier. You can see that I unlocked both tiers. So once at level 13, I will get this Paldean Fates box here, which is one pack, plus these 50 coins, which can be used for cosmetics. So I'm doing standard. I'm doing ranked. I guess you call it ranked play. I'm not really sure. Is that what this is? Is that ranked play? Like I'm trying to remember. Like it's been so long since I switched office. I don't even know if it's called ranked play anymore. Uh, there's a ladder. I don't think this might not be. See, now I'm trying to figure this out again. Yeah, this is ranked. It's right there. All right, I'm an idiot. So I only have a certain amount of decks for standard because you can't use, for example, you can go in here and you can see that some of these cards are not allowed. Like for my Inteleon V, makes see a lot of these cards are just banned. So I've mainly been using my water deck, which will show off a little bit here. You can see I have a Chronogold, a couple Glaceon V and V Max, Kingler V Max, Kyurem, Lapras, Pansear, and Pansage. Is that what his name? No, Simipour. Pansage is Simipour, right? No, Panpour and Simipour. God damn it. We have Quaxly, Quaxwell, and Quavicle. We have Suicune, and then we have a bunch of cards that we use for that. I made this deck just yesterday. It's just basically what I wanted to throw together to see if I could get a different deck working. So first thing we're going to do, we're actually going to take one shot with a water deck. So the reason I'm having an issue with Pokemon TCG, this one particularly, is because everyone is now using meta decks. And for those who don't know, the reason I don't play Pokemon TCG like professionally or the Yu-Gi-Oh TCG is because of how, well, first of all, TCG, you can forget about that entirely. That is, there, when you have an archetype, basically when people build around the archetype, you can't do anything about it. Therefore, the decks you can make in Yu-Gi-Oh that could win are very limited. In Pokemon, because cards can't summon other cards normally, and not like how Yu-Gi-Oh can, there's an issue with having, you know what I mean? And then it's like, okay, Yu-Gi-Oh, you have to use these decks or you can win. But in Pokemon, you're like, okay, I can make this deck work. And that's usually why I like playing the TCG online here more than I do the other one. Because it lets you deal with a couple other things. And is windowed? It is windowed. Let me, yeah, there we go. That's better. So you can see a little bit more now. All right, so we're going to start with Kingler. And we're going to put a Quaxly on the bench. So I'll explain to you how my deck works as it goes along. There isn't really much to it. So this opponent goes first. Person already hates me, whatever. I don't care. Alright, so he starts with Riolu and Bidoof. So we're going to see what happens here. Probably going to start with the Kingler V. That's probably why she didn't like that. Whatever. So I'm hoping these people don't take too long going around. Okay. Throw a low ball that lets her grab a Pokemon with 90 HP or less and put it onto her bench. She's probably going to choose another Riolu if I had to take a shot in the dark. Nope, Gibble. Alright. Oh, adds it to her hand, not puts on the field. Okay, but he's going to put it in the field anyway. She's going to put it on the field anyway. Throw a Nest Ball down. That lets her put a basic Pokemon onto her bench. So I'm going to occasionally check my stream on my phone because I'm having issues where the game or I'm just like having streaming issues. Or I'm not streaming issues. Where my game is just, my internet's randomly cutting out on my PC. Which the PC is not exactly a new PC. It's like 2017, I think. But I'm having issues with that, and obviously if I'm streaming, that's going to be an issue if I get cut off from the internet. Okay, so she didn't have any energy cards. So I'm going to start. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to put an energy on Kingler. We're going to not do anything with the rest of the thing. We are going to use Kingler's ability. So, flip a coin. If heads, search your deck for 5 water energy cards attached to your Pokemon enemy you like, then shuffle your deck. So we're going to try it. We're going to see if we get a heads. And we do. So now we can search for 5 energy cards attached to our Pokemon. So I'm going to grab 5 of them. We're going to put Kingler here. We're going to put 2 on Kingler, 2 on Quaxly, and then we're actually going to end it. Oh, we have to put all 5 cards. Okay. That goes on the last one on Quaxly. So I actually didn't get a very good hand here. However, during my next turn, because Kingler is here, I can actually use Raging Pinsir, which will do 200 damage to this person's Pokemon, and then 30 to Kingler. So I'm actually going to switch it back to video because I forgot that I had to keep an eye on chat on my stream. So we're going to just make it like that. Okay, so Bibarel is pretty common because of its ability. He's allowed to, once in a turn, you may draw to 5 cards in your hand. It's very common Bibarel card, so you can keep your hand fresh. She's going to use to draw 2 cards. She's going to use to draw 2 cards. You put 1 Fighting Energy on Gibble. She can play Artist, and this lets us, both of us during our turn, switch our deck for a Pokemon. Let me just make sure I'm not blowing smoke on this. Once during each player's turn, that player may search their bench deck for a base Pokemon that doesn't have a rule box and put it on their bench. That Pokemon then shuffles their deck. Players then shuffles their deck. Pokemon EX, V, etc. have rule boxes. So that means I couldn't put a V Pokemon in EX or anything like that. So if I was going to use that, I would have to. Okay, put Manaphy lets prevent all damage, so I can't do extra damage to her bench Pokemon the way it is right now. Okay, so we grab Suicune. That's a good start. We're going to use Artisan, which both players can use. And we're going to put Chronoglow on my bench. Because we're going to need him at some point. So the reason I want Chronoglow on my bench is because his Element Chain lets him go to the top cards of my deck and attach any number of basic energy cards there to my Pokemon any way you like. And then shuffle the other cards back in your deck. So this deck, in case no one has figured this out yet, is actually basically based off of drawing energy and letting everything else kind of run through. So I'm actually going to be a smart one, and I'm going to use Bossler to get Gibble on her active spot, so I can use Raging Pinsir to knock out, and that'll get rid of the energy that, energy's attached to this entire game. So I'm not going to lie, this deck that she's using is not very threatening because I think it was hastily thrown together. Um, it's my personal preference to use a deck that has one element to it or one theme to it. For example, you won't catch me using... She has a Colorless of Steel, Fighting, and Water in her deck. Meaning that I'm guessing mostly her Pokemon are going to revolve around her fighting mons. But she also has Pokemon that are around there. And the problem with that is that if you're trying to use, like, for example, I don't think in this instance they have anything. For example, if she needs to use Rain Splash and she has no water energy in her deck whatsoever, Manaphy cannot be used other than just bait. So we have this here. If all damage done is being placed on your bench Pokemon affects it, okay, and then charge your search deck for 2 basic energy cards, reveal them, put in your hand, and shuffle your deck. So she's going to most likely put an... Oh, actually, I was going to say... Oh, no. She's going to use the Nest Ball to put a Pokemon on her bench. I have to remember how to bring this back up. How to bring the chat back up. Like, I should know this, but I don't know this. Outseen. Nope. Cancel that. I'm going to look that up, I think, because I don't know myself. Just selecting card from a deck, so I'll take the opportunity to find a way to bring the chat back up. Because I forgot, I accidentally got rid of the chat. She's taking a long time with that one. So I'm not really sure what I have to get. I guess I could always just use my phone. Because if I'm streaming, I should be able to see who's chatting as well. I still am streaming, right? Okay. Let me just minimize. Okay, so I can keep an eye on the live chat through my phone. So I don't have to worry too much about that then. Okay, she shows another Gible. She's going to put a basic energy on Gible, which is actually interesting. I would have given it to Jirachi to use charge energy. Roaring Resolve. Your deck, once every minute, 2 damage comes on this Pokemon. If you do, search deck for fighting energy attached to your Pokemon. Okay, so she's... And what is Aura? This Pokemon... Okay, so she can discard all energy from that Pokemon to deal damage. Okay. Oh, and she used... she must have used an order to get my Suicune out. I didn't even see that. Use Counter Catcher, yeah. So let them switch my Pokemon to my thing. I was not paying attention the entire time. However, there is a caveat here. I might not be able to use Suicune attack this turn because I have no water energy attached. I don't have enough water energy. However, because of Suicune's ability, I'm able to draw 1 card during my turn as long as it's in the active spot. So you can activate Urson's Vessel that lets her discard a card from her hand to search her deck for 2 basic energy and put it into her hand. Item cards can be used as many times as you want during a turn, but support cards can only be used once per turn. For example, I have an item switch here. I could use as many of those as I want. So she's most likely going to get Gible out. So we're actually going to replace Arsenal with the Calamitous Snowy Mountain. So what that does is now if she attaches a water energy to her Pokemon anyway, and the basic way, that Pokemon takes 20 damage. So we're going to use Fleet-Footed to draw a card. We did not draw enough. We don't have the energy. However, we do have the switch card, so we're going to switch back to Kingler. We're going to keep Quaxley 7-4 on my thing, and we're going to go for Raging Pinsir, which is going to do 200 points damage. And it's going to do 30 back to Kingler. So she's trying to get Garchomp on the field, which is alright. But the problem is she's taking way too long to do it. She might do it this turn, actually. She has the rare candy. She can skip past Gible's Evolve and go straight to Stage 3. I don't know if she grabbed that during last... Okay, so there's the rare candy. I was expecting that. Alright. So now we have an issue with Garchomp. So Hydro Launcher is ridiculously powerful. So he's likely going to use that to knock Kingler out because it has enough power to do so. I mean, so actually, that's actually a real good card, but... Okay, attach it to him. Alright. This might be bad for me, actually. That Garchomp doing 160 damage per turn is going to be a problem. So... Hydro Launch is going to do 160, which is just enough to knock Kingler out. And they're allowed to now put energy from discard pile into on their Pokemon. So we're going to choose to put Suicune out. Suicune's attack does more damage the more bench Pokemon there are. So we're going to draw. What do we get? Do we get an energy? We do not. So we're going to use Rika. This is going to let us look at the top 4 cards of our deck. We're allowed to take any card there and put it into our hand. So we're actually going to choose to use the Enchantress Discovery and the energy. And then we're going to put Quaxley on our bench to give us another bench Pokemon. We're going to put an energy on Suicune and then use Fleet-Footed to draw 1 additional card, which is Irida. Okay, so that's some really good cards here. So we're going to go for Blizzard Rondo. It's going to do 180. So as long as the bench Pokemon don't change, he's not going to be able to do enough damage to knock me out during the next turn. And then he's going to switch to Lucario and try to finish me off, I suppose. Because Lucario's head does 60 damage per energy it discards from it. So I guess he's going to use... Okay, so that we're able to do 20 damage because of the Calamitous Snowy Mountain. He's going to use Hydro Launcher, which is going to allow him to attack 3 basic energy cards from her discard pile to their hand. However, she has none left in her discard pile, since you can check that easily. Excuse me 1 second. I'm just going to throw some links around. Alright, so now it's our turn again. So Adventure Discovery allows us to search for V cards. We need this one. And I think we're going to choose... No, we're going to use... we're going to choose another Glaceon and then a second Glaceon V. So now my strategy here is to essentially... Glaceon V-Star is basically my star card I need. However, I still don't have any energies, because I think I've used a lot of them. There's an energy right there. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to put Glaceon V on our Adventure, so it's going to let us do a little bit more damage. 200 points of damage is going to knock out that Garchomp. And when an EX Pokemon is knocked out, you take 2 prize cards. So we grabbed 2 more water energy. Perfect. Just what we needed. So these 3 cards right here, Avery, Irida, and Candace are all... Well, Irida and Candace are meant for water decks, and then Avery's just kind of there. So I'm going to guess what she's going to do. She's going to use Aura Sphere Volley. Oh no, she's going to use Aura Sphere Volley to discard 1 energy from her Pokemon. That's going to allow her to do 60 damage to Suicune, which is going to knock it out. So that's going to knock it. Can't do much about that one. However, we still have a chance here because if we lose Suicune, she takes 2 prize cards. I mean, we can either lose 1 more V Pokemon or 2 more regular Pokemon. So go for Roaring Resolve again. I mean, it's not a bad idea, but you're going to waste a lot of your energy doing that. For example, now she's not going to have any energy. She has 1 energy to discard pile. If she loses all that energy, then she should have a way to recover it logically. She can go for Aura Sphere Volley. That's going to do... Why'd she do 130? She could have discarded 1. Wait, is it minimum 2? Oh, discard all energy. So she doesn't get to choose. That's interesting. So we're going to put Triangle up here. Alright? And we're going to give 1 energy Triangle. And then we're going to use Candace. Candace allows us to search the top 7 cards of the deck. We can search reveal any number of water Pokemon energy cards there, and we can put them into our hand. So we're going to choose everything we've got. Which isn't much, but it's still stuff. So, next thing we're going to do is we're going to evolve this Quaxley into Quaxon. I was hoping I'd find something a bit better. Hoping I would find Quavicle, because that would help us in a situation here. So we're going to go for Element Chains. We're going to go to the top set of our deck, and we're going to see if we can find any cards. We have 1 water energy we can attach. So we're going to attach that to our Glaceon V. Now, Glaceon V only needs 1 more energy to attack. So, during my next turn, I'm obviously going to be attaching an energy to Glaceon V. To go for Roaring Result, which is going to keep... I mean, it's not a bad idea, but you can only use it once, and once you do it, all your energy is gone. Like, it's not a bad idea if you could discard as many as you want, but you discard everything. And my Glaceon V has a very nasty ability. I'll probably show you guys that a bit later. So I think I've got this one. Unless, okay, she's going to use Escape Rope, so I have to switch to something here. So I'm going to switch to the Quaxwell that is not thing. She's obviously going to choose the Lucario, I think. I think she's going to choose the Lucario. Yeah, okay. So is she going to do it, though? Because if she does it, it means she loses every bit of energy. Really? So let's see. 6. I lost. Alright, so she got really lucky here because that does 430, which lets me take the last 2 prize cards. I'm not going to lie, the fact that she managed to get both those cards in one shot was actually kind of lame. Probably shouldn't have happened, but like I said, you can hold a lot more cards in your hand than you can during a Yu-Gi-Oh game, so... I'm telling you right there, she didn't get that Bustle there, I would have won. If I had one more turn... let me explain to you guys what Glaceon's ability is, real quick. So, her Icicle Shot lets her do for 3 energy. I can't force a retreat. However, Crystal Star does 220, and if Glaceon is still in play after that next turn, she can't do any damage during the next... The opponent cannot do any damage during the next turn. So, I'm going to look to see if we actually completed both quests today, which is the good. So, we're going to get the 1 pack here. We're going to collect the 500 here. And I'm going to collect all this stuff. So first thing we're gonna get the coins, which is basically useless to me. I don't need them. All right, so we're gonna open up this. These are just like the packs you would buy at the store. So we got a Lechonk. We have 3 of 4 of those now. We have 1 of 4 of Mime Jr., 1 of 4 of Kilowatto, 1 of 4 of the Shiny Pawmi, 2 of 4 of the Paldean Student Trainer card, and now 3 of 4 of the Annihilate card. So, what we're going to do is, I think I'm going to do one more game with this water deck, and then I'm going to switch and see how my psychic deck is doing. And you guys can see that it says 1 watching. That's actually me watching my own stream to make sure I can keep an eye on chat. Because there was one point in time where this was back when I was still doing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, a stream, and I had some guy on here who kept asking for drugs. Honestly, I had to kick him out. Or I had to keep muting him over and over again, so I want to make sure nothing like that happens this time. So far, my stream is doing pretty well. I mean, because we're going to select to go first, because that's what I always choose. Next, we're going to actually do it unwindowed again, so we can actually see everything better. Okay, so we got a decent hand, actually. So we're going to put Quaxley in our active spots. We're going to put Glaceon on the bench. And we're going to see what kind of deck this person has. So far, there isn't much on the stream delay, so that's nice. I was expecting it to be a lot worse. Alright, what's her deck? Okay, so it starts with Snorlax, which is the full art Snorlax. Okay, so my first thing is to go for Nest Ball. We're going to put... Once again, should I do... Yeah, let's do Chronicle. Because Chronicle is always a good part of our strategy here. We're going to put 1 energy on Glaceon and end our turn. Now we're going to take a look at Snorlax. All the effects of attacks done... Effects of attacks from your Pokemon done to this Pokemon. So if I have a move that does damage and poisons that Pokemon, the poison does nothing. Fomping Snore, 180, 3 colorless energy, which means any kind of energy. Pokemon's not asleep. During Pokemon check, will flip 2 coins instead of 1. If either of my tails is Pokemon still asleep, but it does 180 damage, which is actually really good. What happened? Oh, she played Colress. Colress is a lock spec card, so you look at the top 5 of your set, put 3 in your hand, and put the other 2 in the lost zone, which basically just kind of like a remove from play thing from Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's this right here. So I'm not sure if there's actually a Lost Box deck, or she just did that to draw the card she needed. Okay, so this lets them discard 2 cards, and she's allowed to take a Pokemon from her deck and add to their hand. So we have Giratina V, that could be a problem. Because that is a Lost Box deck, and if you've never seen me play against Lost Box, because I hardly ever play against them because they are cheap. But regardless, we're going to do this. We are going to put 1 energy on Glaceon. No, should we do Glaceon? Let's do Chronicle, and we'll end our turn. Not a lot we can do at the moment. We didn't really draw anything worth really playing. So I am going to let you guys know that if she gets this person gets certain cards in their hand, their turn could take forever. Because 1 Colress does that. It lets you draw cards. But then again, you have to put 2 in the lost zone, so every time she plays that card, she has to select the cards from her hand to put in the lost zone, which takes extra time. So you put a Psychic and a Psychic Gate. I wish you could... Oh, you can check. Yeah, it's definitely a lost deck. She has 1 energy in there. So, Crawmont is an interesting mon. If you have 4 more cards in the lock zone, he's allowed to use Spit Endlessly, which is 110 damage with no cost. That's the card I was talking about. So this card lets you... Uh-oh. Okay, the game lagged a little bit there. Okay, so she's actually playing Escape Rope, which is actually going to help us a little bit here, because we're going to put Chronicle in play. The question is, okay, she's not doing that. So flower selecting allows her to... I can't select it at the moment. Hang on. Put one... is it the top card? I can't select it for some reason. Whatever. Anyway, look at the top 2 cards of your deck. You put one in your hand, put the other one in the Lost Zone. So the main issue with Lost Zone in this game is it's kind of weird because if the game goes on too long, it means that essentially you're gonna have an issue with you running out of cards unless you have cards specifically to counter that. However, because you can't control what you put in the Lost Zone sometimes, you're gonna have to hope that you actually have the cards and not that you didn't have to put them in the Lost Zone. So we're actually gonna pull the same crap that she did. We're gonna play Boss's Orders to put Snorlax back in active place. So that gives us an extra turn or so to use Element Chain and whatever else we have to use. Alright, so we got 2 energy cards off that. We're going to put one on Panpour and one on Glaceon V. So Glaceon V is an interesting card because her Frozen Awakening lets her actually evolve the Pokemon during that turn when she used it. And Heavy Snow discards a Stadium in play. So not the best card you want to start with. So hopefully we shouldn't have too many more of those escape routes. You already used 2. Which the max we can have in Pokemon for one card is 2, excuse me for 1 second. The most you can have for that is 4 cards of one thing. So she just really... Alright, this game's over because she's gonna abuse the fact that she's using the Lost deck. So that's not happening. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna lie, if I think I have no chance against anyone in a Pokemon game, unless I'm playing real life, obviously, because you can't do that, I will just not do it, because it seems like it's not worth the pain of them sitting there for so long, and then knowing you're gonna lose anyway. So now we're gonna switch to my other deck. We're gonna switch to the second deck. This is the one I made earlier. I want to double check its legitimacy here, because like I said, I kind of threw it together. So I have a couple of cards that let me search for Psychic Pokemon Basic. Alright. We got a couple rare candies. Alright, so we're going to check to see how well this deck works. I don't know how well it's going to work because of... Like I said, I just made it. And normally I try to get a few V and VMAX Pokemon here, but the problem is that some of these Pokemon I have are 2 to 3 stage Pokemon, and if you have no Pokemon in your hand to play at the beginning, like a basic Pokemon or anything like that, or a basic EX, basically means that you have to reshuffle your deck, and then every time that's a mulligan, and then every time you mulligan, your opponent gets to draw an additional card. So if I was a mulligan 7 times in a row, that means they could draw 7 additional cards before the game even begins. So the opponent's going first, so that gives us a slight opportunity to... Because they will get the Pokemon their thing first, but I'm allowed to attack first. Alright, so we gotta... Let's have a look at this. Alright, so we start with these guys. So we're gonna start with... Okay. So I can't use this one immediately because it actually won't do any damage. So we're going to start with Mimikyu V, or this regular Mimikyu. This Mimikyu actually can't be hurt by EX or Pokemon V, so we're going to see what this person starts with. Okay, so it can't hurt me. It can put me to sleep, but it can't hurt me because of the ability Safeguard. So my initial thing with Mimikyu was just to put it out here so we can take a little bit of time here. Spirit Max, what does that do? If one has the damage when I attack, you knocked out your opponent, discards a card from there. Okay. So we actually got we actually got Kadabra and a bunch of other ones as well. So we're going to put Mimikyu on the bench. We're going to put Dummy Doll. So what that allows me to do is when I put it on the bench, you can't cause any damage to the end of my opponent's next turn. Next, we're going to use the Fog Crystal card to grab a Psychic Energy for my deck. We're going to need it. I'm going to put Psychic Energy on Abra, and then we're going to end our turn. So far, this is a pretty good hand. I don't know what else she has up her sleeve. This person has up his sleeve. I'm guessing it's a guy. I wonder if she's gonna... Is she aware she can't cause any damage? Okay, so that'll sort of discard the entire hand and draw 7 cards. Very common card, and they have different versions of it. Darkrai V-Star. I think that still counts as a V Pokemon, though. I think it still does damage. I don't think it causes any damage because it still says V on it. So, I think V-Star, V-Max, I think they all don't cause any damage. Poigear lets them search the top 7 cards of the deck for a trainer card put in their hand, but they didn't have any, so Glaring Moltres is coming up. So she's taking 1 energy card. Yeah. So they put it onto it. You attach 2 energy cards to it. Star Abyss. That lets him put 2 item cards discard pile into their hand. She has... Does she have an item card? She has 2 item... Wait. She has several item cards. So she has to make a selection. She's a V-Star ability. So once you use a V-Star ability once, you can't use it again for the entire game. So you have to be very careful what you're using them for. Now, what's going to happen here? Is she going to... Is this going to be smart enough from retreat? Or is he going to go for an attack? Dark Patch. My initial thought is he's going to retreat and then use Glaring Moltres to hit me. He's going to do 20 damage because I have not taken any prize cards yet. That's what she's going to do. Okay, so it's going to do a total of 20 damage. Wait, am I weak? I'm weak to steel, so it's going to do 20 damage, which isn't a lot. So I still have a few turns here to mess around with what I'm trying to do. So we got Mew EX. So there. So if I have less than 3 cards when Mew EX is in play, either on the bench or in the thing here, we can actually just we can use the ability to draw, and it does it let me? Is it? Yeah, I can draw until I have 3 cards in my hand. So if we put an energy on Kadabra right here, it means we can use Mew's ability to draw 1 additional card, and we get another Psychic Energy. Perfect. We're gonna end our turn. Like I said, I see that someone else is watching too. If you guys want to suggest the games for me to play, ROM hacks, whatever, I'm more than welcome to do them. I'm not going to be doing any videos. Like, for example, I'm not going to be playing parts of Pokemon Scarlet on stream, or any of my other ones I've done that I'm still doing, like the randomizer and a couple other ones, because I don't want to lose track. Like, I don't want to force people to watch a stream in order to make sure they're caught up with what I'm currently doing. But if I want to like do like a Pokemon, I've done a couple of ROM hacks. Like, if you want me to do a Pokemon ROM hack on stream, then I have no problem doing that. But like I said, I very, very rarely stream, so it's very hard for me to tell what people want. You know what I mean? So Glaring Moltres is eventually going to knock me out. However, I do have a caveat here. See, Alakazam EX has Dimensional Hand, so if I have 2 energies on that, it means I can do 120 damage to Glaring Moltres, which will immediately knock it out. Meaning that the only Pokemon that he currently have left is a Pokemon that can't hurt Mimikyu. Same thing with Darkrai V. Earthen Vessel, that's let's discard 1 card to put 2 energies from the discard pile into their hand. 1 second. Want to come in here, bud? Excuse me 1 second, guys. Hello? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm actually streaming right now, actually. Streaming. Yeah, I'm at home. I don't think she is currently, if you want to try to call her. By the way, I still can't call her, by the way. I have to use Messenger. Neither do I. So I'm just going to... I call her through Messenger, she answers that way. That's the only way I can do it currently. I have to figure that out. Yes. Or wherever, yeah. Yeah, neither do I. Alright. Alright, so this Friday I think we're doing a small party for me, cause whoever I'm going to invite, because you're going to be here, right? Most likely. Alright, and then did I mention about Adam and them? Okay, this Sunday, we're going to Erie. Because they want to go to an arcade. Because they're trying to find something for Adam to do, because his birthday is the day after. It's a week from today. Yeah. So I'm going to be going out Sunday, doing that. So I thought I'd let you know that I'm gonna try to make sure that I'm back the same day, but if not, I actually have Monday off, because for some reason President's Day apparently is a major holiday, which I still don't understand. It's weird. Alright, well, I'm just going to let you go. Alright? Yeah, thank you. Alright. Bye. Alright, so that was my mom calling me to wish me a happy birthday. So I'm going to explain what happened there. For those I was not explaining anything at all. I evolved Kadabra into Alakazam. I used Dimensional Hand. Dimensional Hand lets me do 120 damage. I knocked out the Moltres. He realized he only had 2 V Pokemon left, meaning he couldn't hurt Mimikyu whatsoever. So he conceded, and I won. So, and then I backed out, I windowed, and we're going to switch to something else now. I'm debating what I should do. Should I do the, maybe I should do the, yeah, let's open up what I got. Let's open up the packs, huh? I had to close my door again. So, I'm going to need to, essentially, I'm going to need to mess with my thing here a bit. I'm going to cut off the full screen capture, which is going to do that. And then we're going to basically take my face cam. We're going to make it as wide as possible so you can see my face a bit clearly. I know, kind of scary, isn't it? Stretch the screen. So we're going to open up these packs, this thing here. This right here is the Paldean Fates tech sticker box. You can see that I paid $16 for them. I think it was a few days ago, might have been last week, that I actually opened up the first one of these. So these are Paldean Fates. These are basically like the Paldean version of the Shining Fates, which is the Pokemon that can be shiny. Like you see, this promo card is a shiny Mastiff. So the last time I got, what did I get last time? What did I get last time? I got the promo from the last one, which was a shiny Graveyard. That's how you pronounce that one. And then the other two cards I got were the they weren't shiny. They were the the Great Tusk EX card and the Squawkabilly EX card. So for Paldean Fates have a chance to have shiny Pokemon, so we're going to see if we can actually pull anything off these ones. So let's open this up. Come on, camera, focus. Thank you. We're open these up. Well, that's why, because my stream's not okay. I was wondering why my stream was lagging so much. It wasn't that I was lagging. I just wasn't that far up, that far behind it. All right, so this thing has what it has in here. It has the 3 packs, a code for TCG Live, which I sometimes use, and then it has the big sticker that has Mastiff on it. I already had the other one that has Graveyard on it, and now I'm not a big fan of stickers. Maybe I'll use them at some point. And then we also have the promo card. So for those who've never seen me open up packs before, I kind of explain what all the symbols on them mean and bring up what I need to bring up. So we're going to look at, well, there's a TCG code card. I just want to remind people that I currently do give away codes on my channel because people get greedy. So first thing we have here is the shiny Mastiff we pulled, which is a basic HP 60 Dark. Ambush, 1 Dark Energy, 10+. Flip coin if heads, it does 20 more damage for a total of 30. So we're going to put this in a sleeve because it is bent, but it is a promo. So we probably should put it in the sleeve. I got some clear sleeves here that I bought. Like, I paid 20 bucks for like 9,000 of them. Like, I wish I was kidding, but I'm kind of actually not. Maybe not, no, not 9,900, damn it. Put that in a sleeve. We're going to set that off to the side so I can go through that later. That goes over there. And then we're going to open the 3 Paldean Fate card packs. One has a shiny Pikachu on it. Focus camera, thank you. One has a shiny Ceruledge on it, which I'm not even sure pronouncing that one right because I've never said it before. And this one too, a shiny Dondozo. I'm not even sure pronouncing that one right either. Alright. So, first we're going to open up this one. Put these to the side so I don't accidentally do something stupid. So far my internet hasn't dropped, and I've gotten 0 drop frames, so that's nice. Try to get these out of here because they are very tight in there. Did I open this backwards? That's weird. Maybe it was a mistake. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is there's the TCG Live code, but I've never seen this happen before. The first card is actually on here is a trainer card. For those who don't know, usually the first card on a pack is usually a Pokemon, not a trainer card. So that's interesting. Maybe that was just a mistake on their part. Anyway, this is the rare candy we talked about earlier. Did I open it backwards? No, I didn't. Okay. Just double checking and open it backwards or something. So we had the item trainer rare candy. Choose one basic Pokemon in play. If you had the stage 2 card in your hand that evolves from that Pokemon, put it on that Pokemon to evolve it, skipping the stage 1. You can't use this card on the first turn a card was put into play, or it was a basic Pokemon that was put into play this turn. So let me explain how this actually works. When you put a Pokemon on your bench, normally it's basic. Okay, stage 1 is the second evolution of the Pokemon, and stage 2 is the second evolution of the Pokemon. So if you take a basic card and you have the stage 2 card in your hand, which, for example, let's say I had Quaxley on my bench. If I use the rare candy card, I can skip Quaxwell's evolution and go straight to Quavicle. It's a very nice card. It just doesn't work And okay, so we have Frigibax. HP 70 water. Collect 1 water energy, draw 1 card. Beat 1 water energy, 1 Chaos energy, 20. Basic Pineco, HP 70 grass. Roll out 2 grass energy, 30. Basic Numal, HP 80 fire. Singe, 1 fire energy. Your opponent is now burned. Heat Blast, 2 fire energy, 1 Chaos energy, 60. Colorless energy, by the way, are card energy that can be used for any kind of energies. Therefore, I get to use 2 fire energy, 1 water energy, or 2 fire energy, 1 grass energy. Singed is a status condition, or burned is a status condition, where at the end of each player's turn, the burn Pokemon takes 20 damage. Flip a coin during... Oh, no, you flip a coin. If tails, the Pokemon remains burned and they take 20 damage. And then, of course, if it gets head, the burn goes away. So it's one of those conditions that does a decent amount of damage, but it can go away... has a chance to go away every single turn. Pokemon Tool Trainer Technical Machine Crisis Punch. This Pokemon's card attached could use the attack on this card. You still need the necessary energy to use it. This Pokemon, if this card is attached to one of your Pokemon, discard this card at the end of your turn. Crisis Punch, 3 Colorless Energy, 280. You can't discard only when your opponent has exactly 1 prize card remaining. So that's kind of a really bad card. We have Stage 2 Dash Bun, HP 90. Psych ability, well baked by. This Pokemon can't be burned. Prevent all damage on this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's fire Pokemon. So that's actually dead on with its actual ability, which is basically the same thing as the Pokemon Scarlet counterpart. The only difference is that when you get hit by a fire type move, your defense actually increases by 2 stages. Headbutt Bounce, 1 Psychic Energy, 2 Colorless Energy, 100. A lot of people use Dash Bun just for that ability alone because it's a really good ability against a fire type. If you swap in, the fire types do no damage. It's kind of a easy thing. And then you can use Body Press, which does more damage the more your defense is raised. So now we have the... Hang on, the camera's focusing. Trainer item, Nemona's Backpack. Put a 2 Nemona cards from your discard pile into your hand. Kind of a weird card. Was that? That's not Reverse Hollow. So we actually had the Frigibax from earlier. This is Reverse Hollow. We have Stage 2 Donphan Reverse Hollow, HP 150 Fighting. Craglench, 2 cards energy, 30. Discard the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck. Powerful Spin, 2 Fighting Energy, 1 cards energy, 160. During the next turn's Pokemon cannot attack. And we have the Fortress EX, which is an EX card that can evolve from a Pokemon. Fortress EX, 270 HP Grass, ability, Exploding Energy. Once during your turn, you may search deck for the 5 basic energy, or grass energy card attached to your Pokemon in any way you like. Then shuffle your deck. If you do this, Pokemon is knocked out, which means the opponent takes 2 prize cards to use the ability. Guard Press, 2 Grass Energy, 120. During your opponent's next turn, the Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks at the point of weakness and resistances. Then we have end with a basic Water Energy card. So basically, the best card we got of that was the Fortress EX, which I'm going to put in the sleeve real quick. And we're going to look up that, the price of this card later is probably going to be like a couple bucks, but never really know with some of these cards. Alright, so that's 1 pack down. Got 2 packs left. Put these back in the pack, because I'm going to be doing something with them later. Next pack, we have the one with Ceruledge on it, which I'm still not sure I'm pronouncing that right, but I might be. Open this up. Whoops. These packs are so damn tight. There's a better way to open them. Alright. There's a code for TCG Live. Put that in my little pile over here. Oh, we actually start with one of my favorite water Pokemon, Lapras. Basic Lapras, HP 110 Water. Into the Deep, 1 Colorless Energy. Put 3 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. Freeze Die, 1 Water Energy, 1 Colorless Energy, 50. Pokemon, if heads, your opponent's at the Pokemon is now paralyzed. Paralyzed in this game means the Pokemon cannot take any action. I don't remember if it can retreat or not, but the only way to heal it is either wait the turn that's paralyzed or until you heal it by switching out or thing, because paralyzation is not a permanent status condition like it is in the regular Pokemon games. We have the basic Scraggy, HP 70 Dark, 1 Low Kick, 1 Colorless Energy, 10. Head Strike, 2 Dark Energy, 1 Colorless Energy, 50. Basic Mime Jr., HP 30 Psychic, Mind Games. That symbol means no Colorless Energy, meaning you don't have to have any energy at all to use it. Your opponent chooses an attack from one of their Pokemon in play. This Pokemon uses that attack as this attack. We have basic Mastiff, HP 60, dark ambush, 1 dark energy, 10 plus. Book if heads that does 20 more damage for a total of 30. So it's more or less what the shiny one was, just not shiny. Supporter Trainer Atticus. You may use... Hang on. You can use this card if your opponent's active one is now poisoned. Shuffle your hand to your deck and then draw 7 cards. Stage 2 Mousehold, HP 70, Carless. Slap 1 card's energy, 40. Family attack, 2 cards energy, 70 times. That does 70 for each of your Mousehold in play. So you can only have 4 Mouseholds in play. So 7 times 4 is, sure. It's 280 damage it can do maximum because you can only have 4 Mouseholds in your weight. Yeah, 4 Mouseholds. You can do a maximum of 280 damage with that, which isn't terrible. But Mousehold, with only 70 HP, you really can't take a hit. Oh, lovely. It's my least favorite gym leader. Trainer Supporter Iono. Each player shuffles their hand to their deck. Shuffles their hand, puts their hand in the bottom of the deck. If each player puts cards on the bottom of the deck, in this way, each player draws a card for each of their remaining prize cards. So if you use this immediately, each player can put their hand at the bottom of the deck and draw 6 cards. We have another Reverse Hollow Frigibax. A Reverse Hollow Basic Mankey, HP 60, Dark, or Fighting, damn it. Monkey Breakdown, 1 fighting energy, 30. This Pokemon also does 10 damage to itself. That is really blurry, but I can still see what that says. Ooh, we actually have an interesting one here. So this is Golingo, which is a very popular mon in today's meta, at least in the main games. HP 130 Steel. Lavish Hospitality. You may attack any number of basic steel energy from your hand to your Pokemon anyway. Ooh, that is really nasty, actually. That's really good for a steel deck. Scintillating Surfing. 1 steel energy, 2 cards energy, 80 times. So that does 80 damage for each. This flip a coin for each steel energy attached to this Pokemon. That does 80 damage for each head. Ooh, that is nasty. That could be a nasty one, too. That's basically... It depends how many heads you have, but if you have, like at least... Well, the minimum is 3. So if you have 3 energy, it means that if you get all 3 heads, that's immediately 240 damage. So it's more of a potluck card, but it's still pretty good. Then we end with a basic second energy. So we're going to go... How do you pronounce that one? Into a sleeve because it is actually a very good card for a steel deck to have, and I might put in a steel deck of my own. But I wonder if I even have this. Do I even have this on the online version of the TCG? It feels like I should, but maybe I don't. And then we have 1 pack left, and this one hopefully has something good in it because it's the last one, and it has a shiny Pikachu on it. Put this over here. Put these back in this pack. So far, aside from the promo, I haven't even got a single shiny Pokemon, to be honest with you. So far I haven't gotten anything good. Maybe this will end with the final pack. So after this, I'm going to be playing some Pokemon Unite. If anyone wants to join me, they're more than welcome to. All you got to do is tell me either your friend code, username, whatever, and we can play together. I don't care. Let's see here. Oh, this one opens a bit better than the other ones did. We have the card code. We start with the basic Natu HP 50 Psychic. Triple Strike, 1 Psychic Energy, 10 times. Flip 3 coins that does 10 damage for each head because it can either do 0, 10, 20, or 30 points of damage unboosted. Basic Paldean Wooper, HP 60, Dark. Find a home, 1 Colorless Energy. Search your deck for a Stadium card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Ram, 1 Dark Energy, 10. Basic Tandemus, HP 30, Colorless. Collect, draw 2 cards, 1 Colorless Energy. Dental Slap, 3 Colorless Energy, 30. We have Mankey again. This one's a basic one, not a Reverse Hollow. We got the Crisis Punch card again, which isn't that good. We got Dashbun yet again. Got Mousehold again. Jeez. We're getting the Reverse Hollows now. Basic Ghastly, HP 50, Dark. Allure, 1 Colorless Energy, draw a card. Wobus, 1 Dark Energy, 1 Colorless Energy, 20. Basic Marticus, HP 110, Grass. Double draw. Draw 2 cards, 1 Colorless Energy. Pin Missile, 3 Colorless Energy. Flip 4 coins. That does 30 damage for each head, so they do either 0, 30, 60, 90, or 120 points of damage. What's the end card here? And we end... dang. Stage 2, Xatu, HP 100, Psychic. Ability, Clairvoyance Sense. Once a turn, you may search a basic attach a basic energy, second energy from your hand to one of your bench Pokemon. If you attach energy from one in this way, draw 2 cards. Actually, that's not bad. That does only in stage 2 Pokemon, meaning you could use that relatively early in a match. And it's just like, I mentioned Quavicle earlier about in my water deck. Quavicle does the same thing, except you don't get to draw 2 cards. And it's you don't get to draw 2 cards. So actually, in terms of the abilities, it's actually better than Quavicle. Super Cycle, 1 Psychic Energy, 2 Colorless Energy, 80. And went with the basic Grass Energy. So nothing too crazy here. We're going to put Zatoon to sleep because of its nice ability. So if you guys are getting deja vu over this, it's because Paldean Fates, with the exception of the shiny Pokemon, there really isn't much of a change from previous, previous sets. Put that up there. Put these back in the pack that I found. Now we're going to go on my site here. We're going to go to a place called TCG Player. For those who don't know what that is, you go on there, you can find Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Digimon, a bunch of other ones. I actually bought 7 packs from them for like $25. For those who don't know, that's actually really cheap, because it's usually like $3 to $4 a pack, sometimes even 5. So we're gonna look for this, the one that I pulled, the Fortress EX. We're gonna look it up. So we're gonna minimize this. We're gonna open up my browser, and we're going to go to TCG Player. If I can type the T. Okay, hang on. My browser's messing with me. Like I said, my computer's a little old, and I think it's finally starting to show. Alright, so now we're gonna look up sponsor TCG Player, blah blah blah. So this is the Fortress EX, right? I don't know if did they even spell Fortress? Did I spell that wrong? I might have spelled it wrong. Alright, I'm going to find the card again, because I don't know if I spelled it right or not. Where's that card at? There it is. Saying Pokemon cards a lot easier than spelling them, I'll tell you that much. So it's actually F-O-R-R-E... Whoops. Too many R's. E-Tress. EX. I guess this is it here. Just from the set I'm looking for. Let's see. Is this Paldean Fate? So yeah, this is only a 29-cent card. Fantastic. So it looks like it's highest. Yeah, so it's not very good. However, the ability can be useful if you use it in a grass deck. But it's also kind of a downside because when it destroys itself, your opponent takes 2 prize cards. So it's a very risky card. Alright, that's the end of that. So now I'm going to have to... I'm actually going to have to do something here, because in order for me to play Unite, I have to do something very specific with my capture card. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to open this up. I'm going to take my face camera, I'm going to minimize it so you guys can actually see what's going on. We're going to lock that in so it doesn't move, and we're going to play some Unite. Let me grab my Switch. So I'm going to do my days with Unite, was usually just like 2 or 3 battles, and then a couple other things as well. So, there might be an easier way to do this, but essentially what I have to do is I take my cord from the back of my computer and put it into my capture card in order for the sound to play properly. So I'm going to have to do that real quick. Hang on. Which you can see is not that hard, but I've gotten used to doing that. So we're going to put my Joy-Cons into my little thing here that comes with the switches. This thing here. So I can use it while the Switch is being used, I should say. Set that up. We'll put this in my dock where the capture card is up to. And then we are going to find my capture card here. We're going to unlock it. We're going to do that. We're going to... I don't think we should transform. I want to make this big, but I don't want to block too much up. So let's do this. Move that there. Hopefully it doesn't cover much up. It might. Well, my face cam might anyway. Okay. So now, lock that out. We should be able to hear Unite now. Assuming that my volume is high enough. There it is. So I'm going to minimize, Hear that? I'm gonna get that lower the volume on that so you guys can hear me. I'm hoping my face cam being here is not gonna block too much. But for those who never watched it, I actually bought Gyarados, and Gyarados is a very interesting mon in this game because unlike other mons, you don't need a level. You need to increase its gauge through effortless, which can be obtained by beating Pokemon, fighting Pokemon, a couple other things as well. It isn't going to do what I think it's going to do. It's done this a few times. It's going to. Okay. So we have to restart the app because for some reason my Unite lets it get stuck on that spot where it's supposed to be loading but doesn't actually load. So I'm going to have to reset that. I knew that was going to happen. It happens every once in a while. Just got to check the update data again, connecting to the server. Also, there's an issue that it doesn't seem to affect it very much. But it's going to say connecting to the server, and I think it's going to tell me that there's an error. Damn, it's already been 55 minutes since I started this thing. Actually, guys, give me 1 second here. I think I'm going to go get a drink real quick. Hang on, I'll be right back. Yeah, because you got 7, 8, 9 are different. You see how these are light? It means you can only use these to start it up like that. There's a way to do it. What are they for? Don't know. I'm guessing you probably look at the manual for. I have no idea. I'm gonna get back to my stream. Not that kind of stream, Graham. I told my grandma to get back to my stream. She's like, oh, don't let it get you wet. It's like, Grandma, it's not that kind of stream. She's a card. How many times I connected to server since I left? Has been doing it all that time since I left. They must have a hard time. Anyway. Ugh. Are Manchi gonna be able to load in this time? Or is it gonna be a dick? Also, I was gonna mention this at the beginning of the stream and I totally forgot. When I hit 500 subscribers on YouTube, I'm going to be doing either Pokemon Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon, or Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Gates to Infinity, because I have not played Gates to Infinity yet, because I don't have it, obviously. It's kind of hard to grab. It's a 3DS game, so... Alright, so I don't remember what kind of Unite battles I can do today. I don't think there's any small matches that I can do. Let me just double check. I can do Shiver City. Uh-oh. Okay. So, Shiver City is a 4v4 here. I'm going to try that out. Gyarados, because of the way he operates, because Magikarp is really, really bad, I can't use him in smaller arenas because he'll get just choked out. So, for those who don't know, I use mainly Glaceon. I use Garchomp. I now use Gyarados. I can use Goodra, Dragonite, Decidueye, Urshifu. I think I'm going to try Urshifu. I haven't done Urshifu in a good while here. So, we have our teammates here. We have an all-rounder, a defender, another all-rounder, and a third all-rounder. So, normally I'd say this is pretty bad, but Shiver City is a small map, so it might not be too much of an issue. Now, I'm going to be like, oh, well, why do you play small? Because they're only 5 minutes long, which, if you have bad teammates and you do a 10-minute match, you have to deal with that the entire time, or you have to risk losing fair play points, which to me is not worth it. Sometimes. Okay, so they have a Gardevoir, which is a ranged attacker. Blaziken's an all-rounder. Dodrio's a speedster. Snorlax is a defender. So they have more variety than we do. Hey, buddy. Want to come up here and say hi? Come here. Up. You don't want to come up and say hi? No, you just want to say hi to me. Okay. one of our dogs here, bigger dog, the one we gave a bath to, he was trained really well, so I can't get him to jump up like I can a bunch of other dogs that I've had. So, I guess I'll go top since they're going to take bottom. I really hope that guy doesn't do too much here. See the Barney, Magikarp? That's the Effort I was telling you about. And when you do 44 matches, you actually level up a lot faster. So, that's one benefit to doing one of these. Uh-oh. That's not supposed to happen. You guys see that? No, I'm not going... Okay. Something's not right here. I can't control this very well. Okay, something's not... I can't... Yeah, I'm not pressing that direction. That's a problem. I can't do anything. Like, I literally cannot move in any direction. I'm getting so much delay on everything. Can I please... Like, what is up with this thing? I can't do anything. I literally cannot do anything. My wife is... The connection to my Switch that bad? There it goes. Now it's back up to normal. That was real weird. That probably just cost the match, too. Damn it. Alright, so I'm actually going to get rid of my, my face cam here because I am actually blocking the map. So that's a problem. I get Urshifu when I hit level 5, but I'm not going to be able to do that because this Dodrio is harassing me now, so... Oh, I got it. You better run. I've been saying to warn you. Alright, good. So, when you get Urshifu in this game, you actually get to choose between his Rapid Strike and his regular... and his Single Strike slot. This is... We lost. They took the middle, which means they get free points in. So, it's already over. But, basically, Shuriken Strike allows you to do 3 strikes in a row, critical hit, and then Wicked Blow allows you to do 1 strong hit with max damage. So yeah, see, they're overrunning us. We're not going to win this one now. We did get Gyarados quite early, but they're literally in our goal zone. If this happens during Super City, it's basically over. There's nothing you can do about it. Because every time they'll knock you out, they'll get points, they'll score them, and then they'll get more. When they knock you out, they'll eventually get more. Oh, that you didn't stick around. That's surprising. Surprised they didn't stick around. They would have won that match regardless if they didn't do that. And that guy's trying Gyarados out because that... Going underneath the thing was its Unite move, and you normally don't waste a Unite move like that. Alright, so about 2.5 minutes in, we can actually just set up for surrender. I don't see how we're going to win this. See, this is the problem I have with people. Like, they want to keep going because they want the extra thing, but is it really worth it just to constantly get, like... Is it really worth the headache of you just dying over and over and over again because you want to be stubborn? Like, I've always gone with philosophy that, like, okay, you can give up, but at least do it gracefully. Like, don't rage quit. But at least just make an attempt to let people know, hey, I'm leaving. You know what I mean? Don't... I used to, actually, come to think about it, I used to do that a lot when I was a kid. Like, I remember I was playing against my friend in Pokemon Diamond. Yeah, it was that long ago when I had Pokemon Diamond, and when it was the big thing. I used to purposely... There's my freaking connection again. I used to purposely kick my thing out of my DS so I could... So I could literally just like, oh my game crashed, you know what I mean? I think we've all done that though as kids. Alright, so this little ice barrier around me means that we actually have a free score opportunity here, so I'm going to score. That's gone away. Whatever, I'm going to score anyway. Anyway. So I'm going to grab all these points in the middle since they're here, and then I'm going to take care of this Dodrio, which is annoying the shit out of me. By the way, I'm going to say this too. If you're in your goal zone, you are fine. But if someone's straight on attacking you, staying in your goal zone is always not the best option because, yes, you regain a little bit of health every couple of seconds, but you also, like, you can't rely on that too much because they're doing more damage than you can heal, then it's not even worth doing that. We lost, obviously. I'm going to set up for another surrender. You can surrender 3 times during a game, but we've obviously lost this one. They're just being stubborn. They don't want to give up. So I can understand that to an extent, but... There's a point in time where you just gotta say, all right, we lost, it's over, you know, GG. And then of course you see Xavier right here. That's what I'm talking about. He rage quitted because he's not moving. So I gotta report him now, which is always fun to report somebody for AFKing because it happens nearly every damn game. It's not. I swear to God, if it's not someone going AFK, it's someone getting on the mic and calling you the N word or the F word or whatever. And another thing I want to bring up is like, is like the N-word just like now the best swear in the game because I still play Call of Duty like Vanguard, and every time I play this, they're like, okay, well, They always, like, it's never screw your mama. It's never anything like that. It's just, they call me the N-word. I'm like, I mean, first of all, this is going to sound kind of racist myself, but I can tell by some of these people who tell me this that they are black themselves. And I'm like, so you're basically using a word that we can't use in order to insult us, even though that it's a derogative to your race. I don't get that logic. Like, are you trying to hurt yourself on that one? All right, so I'm going to report Xavier for not sticking around. So I'm gonna build this list. The reason for it, I just put AFK. Easiest way to tell what's going on, to explain them what's going on. And we're gonna see if is an immediate report or it's not. Okay. So those that don't know, when you report somebody, it goes in your mail if they got reported fully or not. So we're going back to the main menu because I'm not doing Shiver City again if we're going to keep having that happen, because that's not happening. So my internet hasn't dropped. I'm an hour and 5 in. All right. So now we're going to Unite Battle, and we're going to use, excuse me, Gyarados in a 5v5. So we're going to choose Thea Sky Runes. We do. So the only difference between Rummer and Thea Sky Runes is the layout's slightly different, and the Pokemon are different. So how matching works in Unite is you can see in the up top right here, there's an estimated wait time. So it's 18 seconds. So if it's usually about 15 to 20 seconds after the wait time and you get into a match, that usually means you're fighting with AI and against AI rather than other people. So we're going to see if we fight AI or what's going to happen here. I think it's going to be AI. Which if I'm going to be using Gyarados, I don't care in this situation. Like, I wouldn't mind playing against actual people, but the problem with that is that the logic with that is as well, you get the same. It takes longer for the match to start, but like you still get the same rewards if you were fighting against AI versus actual people. So why would people want to? You know what I mean? It's like it's like somehow if you could do that in ranked, like okay, you're playing against AI, but you still rank up. So what's the big deal on that one? You know what I mean? All right. So I can tell you a couple of early signs here if we're playing against AI. First thing is going to be that all the things are blank. Okay, so Mark might not be one, but it could be very likely. So it looks like at least 2 of them are bots. That's what I'm gathering from this anyway, because it takes a while to do this. Another giveaway, I guess you could say, is that if we start the match and they don't immediately move, that means that it's a possibility that they are actually AI because they're taking a while for them for the game. They're like, okay, you got to move forward. You know what I mean? And I will say one thing about Unite, and I'll say this about a lot of Switch games, is that the amount of rendering that can be done in a game on a Switch is actually very impressive for the hardware. You got to remember is that thing's like when laptops first came out, they were probably 3 to 4 times that size easily, and now we're down to 1/4, and we can do more on a Switch than we can do on a computer. You know what I mean? Like I've seen people hack their Switch to run run like Linux on it, which is a web browser. So we have Greninja, a ranged attacker, Mr. Mime, a supporter, Gyarados, Machamp, both physical all-rounders, Talonflame, a speedster versus another Greninja, another Talonflame, a Karmot, which is a ranged attacker, a defender Snorlax, and an all-rounder Charizard. Alright, so we're going to see how kind of pathetic Magikarp is at the beginning here. Because like I said, at least 2 of them are bots, I think. So we're going to avoid these guys. If we take the middle, we get more levels and everything, so we're going to do this. You're going to see that I attack once a fortnight. So, and Flail takes so long to recover, so you're going to see early on that this is going to be slow as hell. However, Splash does have a bit of help here. Normally in the main game, Splash does nothing, but in this game, Splash actually takes you to the enemy that you're near, and it actually does it several times. You can actually use it even without an enemy, like I can splash to wherever with the right analog stick, but it's hard to do it that way. And also, the ability Rowd lets you, the more damage you, for example, when you're using Magikarp, you actually want to take as much damage as possible because it actually fills up the effort gauge as well. So, I've gone as early as level 5 or 6 with Gyarados, but I've also gone as long as 8 or 9 with Evolution. Obviously, when Magikarp evolves, the moveset gets a lot better. This is so slow. I don't mind using Gyarados every once in a while, but Magikarp, like, I wish they'd give it just maybe a bit more, just to maybe decrease the amount of time it takes between attacks, or at least decrease Flail's, decrease Flail's, use time, because 6 seconds is a lot in this game. Alright, so I'm going to head to the bottom path with these guys. I'm going to use a potion here because I lost some HP. I'm going to splash to this, and I'm going to try to knock it around. I think with the next 2 Pokemon here, I'm going to get enough effort thing to level up, to evolve here. Let's see what happens. After I knock out this Indeedee, if I can knock it out, I should have enough effort to get to Gyarados. There it is. Nope, not enough. Just a little bit off. Can I splash to you and that could be enough, please? There we go. So I'm going to choose Dragon Breath and Bounce. I've already gone over these moves. So we're going to go for Bounce. Bounce lets me bounce a small distance toward the enemy. And does damage. Dragon Breath is basically just a standard attack. However, because Gyarados actually has his basic attack is actually very, very quick. So now that we're Gyarados, we can actually start causing some more damage. So you're going to see I can bounce here, I can charge it up. We're going to go for Dragon Breath. Gonna do a little bit more damage. You can see that Gyarados attacks fast. And you get the rapid scarf, it actually attacks even faster than that. Alright. So this is one of the instances I was talking about where you're near golden, you're not always safe, because I just knocked. I'm gonna knock. Yeah. So that's a bot right there, because you can tell the bot's being decisive of what it wants to do. Piss off. You always use Bounce without charging it up. If you don't hold it at all, it actually just goes in cooldown. But you can actually just use it immediately if you want to. Cool. So we have a Ignite move now. Basically what that does is we go under the map for a little bit, and we take if we're under long enough, we create a vortex. And any Pokemon that get caught in the vortex gets damage over time. There's one of the goal zones gone. Charmander's down. We're going to go down here, and we're going to take the Pokemon down here that's going to give us a shield or experience or both. I don't remember which one it is here. But it's Regice we have to fight. The only thing I don't like about Gyarados is, and I don't understand why Gyarados is all around in the first place, is Gyarados actually has just a little less durability than Garchomp, which from a Scarlet Violet perspective is actually really stupid because, for those who don't know, you can one-shot a Gyarados very easily, even if you have maxed out defense in Scarlet and Violet, or even in the main series games. He's never been much of a defender, so why did they give him so much defense in this game? Then again, I guess Unite logic really doesn't work very well with just in general, because it's very interesting how it works. Would you get out of here, please? Thank you. So we're going to score the 32 we got here. There's a Talonflame there. That's the enemy Talonflame. That's good. Okay, so we're going to use your Unite move here. We're going to max it out, and we're going to do this. That's going to cause a bunch of damage. I might be in a bit of trouble here. That's a lot of Pokemon to deal with. Alright, I'm good. One thing about going AI, like if you're trying to practice playing a Mon, going AI in this game is the best thing you could do because the AI doesn't seem to like sense any danger until its HP gets so low, and then it tries to run away. That's all it does. It doesn't try to attack you. That's why sometimes the AI looks indecisive, because it's trying to decide if it has enough HP to attack you or if it wants to retreat, and it'll like go in a cycle. I didn't mean to actually go toward the Cellgore, just did that. Oh, potion. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm dead. Alright. That's not too bad, considering I was getting floored. So, right now, we both have lost one goal zone. So far it's not looking too bad. Mountup's going to Rekieleki. Hopefully that we can hold off for a while, because I got 9 seconds before I'm able to get back in. So I'm going back to bottom. I'm going to try to stop them from knocking out that goal zone. I think I'm going to make it in time. No, but they didn't knock it out. Oh, Charizard retreated for some reason. That's interesting. He would have enough to knock that goal zone out. The Swablu knocked out our allies Machamp. That's actually kind of embarrassing. Oh shit, they got Regieleki. So Regieleki allows them to get free points on our goal zone if it gets to the goal, if it gets to our goal zone. Okay, we took one of their goal zones out. That's good. We just got to prevent them from doing that to ours. And it looks like that's not going to happen. Yeah, our goal zone is gone. Okay, so now we are actually down one goal zone, I think. Yeah. By the way, I'm letting you guys know, if you watch a Greninja play, you can actually tell which one, as it separates, which one is not a clone. And also, if you're using an attack, for example, Glaceon's attack, her Icicle Shot allows her to attack a Pokemon. If you're being attacked while and then you use Double Team, Icicle Shot will actually follow the actual target in the middle of it. So there's no point even trying to do that while you're fighting a Glaceon that has Icicle Shot. Or not Icicle Shot, Icicle Spear, my bad. Score. Perfect. So I got a Snorlax I'm kind of worried about here, but I think we're fine for the moment. I don't know if I should have come up here or not, to be honest with you. I'm kind of on the fence if I should have done that or not. I think all the people in here are AIs, because I think that Machamp is just... Okay, we got him. Good. It's a good start. We got a bunch of people scoring right now. Alright, so halfway through the match, or, my bad, 8 minutes in, we actually get a Pokemon in the middle. If we get the middle Pokemon, we get a bunch of points, and all Pokemon, you can score instantly in all your Pokemon's goal zone, including the main one. So, a lot of people will try to take middle to decide the match. I'm just going to knock around a few of their Pokemon here. I'm now level 14, which means I'm almost maxed out. So we're going to go for this. The only problem with AI is that once they're scoring, they'll immediately go for this. So we have to do this very, very quickly. Luckily, we're all attacking it, so it shouldn't take too long here. And we got it. Good. Okay, so I guess in this mode, I guess that doesn't... You don't actually get a free score, but we do get shields and experience points. So that's good. So I'm going to score if I can here. Okay, I'm going to go to their main goal zone. I'm going to go back and defend our remaining goal zones here. So I should be able to score pretty quickly here. Yep. Now I'm going to go back. Hang on, I got to deal with this first. Talonflame's dead. Also, I will say something about the people who play this game and don't know what they're doing. Make sure you know what your role is in this game. Yeah, freaking The Rock from WWE. Know your role and shut your mouth. If you don't know what your role is in this game, you can't really work it. For example, I will give credit where it's due. Defenders can be messed with to be good attackers. However, you can't be a speedster and expect to take damage. You can't be a supporter and expect to deal damage. You can't be a defender and expect to, or no, you can't be a attacker and expect to survive attacks. You know what I mean? It's just, you gotta really pay attention to what your role is. If you don't, it's gonna hurt you, and then in turn, because people play this game and they have to play in teams, it's gonna hurt the team as well. We're gonna score here. Oh. You know, that was a blonde moment, apparently, because I thought I could score my own goal zone. Alright, whatever. No. You're gonna buzz off. They're gonna try to go out after our last remaining goal zone. I can't let that happen. Good. Come here. Yeah, that's the Railgun Ninja right there. Yeah, run away. Come here. Alright, cool. That match is done. I'm pretty sure we won that one. Can't say with absolute certainty, but it seems like we did. Okay, we won by almost 300 points. Alright, so let me take a look at my battle data. I was doing quite a bit of damage. Alright. Okay, so yeah. So we definitely were doing... It looks like our points... It looks like we were ahead even before the spike in the extra points from beating Rayquaza, but it looks like we were still fine. Alright, so now we're going to switch, go back to the main menu, and we're going to do a Panic Parade mode. For those who don't know what Panic Parade actually is, basically what it is, you fight with AI and you have to take down a boss while protecting your own Pokemon. So the problem with this mode, the main problem with this mode, is the fact that, do I put this? How do I explain this? Whoops, wrong button, wrong button, wrong button. Wait, is Tank Parade still available? Is in a... Yeah, there it is. Alright. So the only problem with this mode is no one plays the mode. So the chance that I encounter AI in this is almost guaranteed. Like, I don't think since the event started up again, I don't think I've ever played well, there's chat. I'll have to remember how to do that next time. Anyway. So, and the game mode itself is actually quite interesting, but the problem with it is that you need to, in this mode, you need to know what your limitations are. If you don't know what your limitations are, you will lose almost indefinitely. So, what we do is we have Tinka Tough in the middle, okay? We have rounds. Every time we start with at level 3. Every time we beat a Mon of any way, we go into it. And we beat the Mons, and then it goes to the next stage. After a certain amount of stages, a boss will appear. The boss can do very many things, including defense. It can summon other Pokemon. There's eventually Vespiquen that can summon Combee. You got Pokemon that can heal. So you need to be kind of on the ball with what you're doing. And because Pokemon Unite players seem to either care enough to play or care enough to not play, it's kind of hard to do that with anybody. So we are definitely going to get AI here. So I do recommend, if you're playing this mode, you want a ranged attacker or a support or a defender or an all-rounder, because their Pokemon can do quite a bit of damage. And if you die in this game, you reset almost immediately, but that means you got to fight with one less person. So for this mode, we're going to choose Glaceon. Glaceon is my favorite ranged attacker in this game because of the way she operates. I heard a lot of people say, well, Slavion's better because of Draining Kiss. I was like, yeah, she might be, but the problem with Draining Kiss is you can only shoot it in one direction, and while you're using Draining Kiss, you actually can not change the direction you're currently facing in, and you slow down. So if you happen to be using Draining Kiss, you can't cancel for some reason, and you get stuck between like two all-rounders, it's over. Alright, so we actually have a wide variety here of players. Well, not players, AI, I should say, because that's obviously what they are. So I'll try to explain more about this mode as it goes on. And after this, I got about, I'll probably have like another half hour left or so. I will, I'm actually going to get on Showdown, and I will accept any challenges that come my way. However, because of how Showdown works, because you guys can actually see my screen, I'm going to be using a thing to block what my attacks are and what's going on with my stuff, just to make sure that people aren't stream sniping me, because I know stream sniping is a thing. However, I don't think I'm a big enough YouTube person for me to have that issue. For me to have an issue with stream snipers. So you're going to see in the upper left there, you can see that Pokemon are approaching. So basically, what we're doing here is we're taking them out. We don't want them to get anywhere near our guy here. However, these Pokemon can do much more damage than they probably should be able to. So we've already got Icicle Spear. Icicle Spear is my main damaging move for Glaceon. So you can see on the map, you can't see it very well, but you can see the orange dots. Those are the Pokemon that are attacking. And they're going to change every single turn, too. By the way, I'm just letting you guys know, I have never beat an intermediate with AI before, so if we manage to do it here, that'd actually be very impressive. Got Billy Bolt here, he's a little bit tanky. So, I mean, those guys are taking damage, and it's not doing very well for them. So we're going to knock out that Billy Bolt. Die, please, thank you. Going to use, another thing this game doesn't have is it doesn't let you use items you have, like held items. Or the disposal items. You can't select potions themselves, you have to actually get potions a different way. Or whatever, hell items a different way, or usable items a different way, consumable. Check out these two flamingos here. Alright, we got another Pokemon coming up. By the way, in case you guys couldn't tell, you actually don't level up in this mode by defeating enemies. You actually level up depending on what wave you're in. And up in the upper left, you can also see where it says, you can see how far the wave has progressed. Now we have Icicle and Icicle Shard. So this is where it gets interesting. So you're gonna see a bunch of Combee. Alright, so what we need to do is we take out the Vespiquen that show up. However, these Pokemon here, the Eldegoss, will heal themselves and their allies, so you have to take them out quick. Otherwise, you're gonna have a huge issue. So if you don't know where Vespiquen actually is, you actually can kind of determine where it is by which way the Combees are going. So there's one Vespiquen down. So you're going to see it take it up as an HP bar, and it's going down very rapidly. So we have to go in there now. We have to stop all the Combee and whatever else is attacking them. I don't see any more Combee, so that's a good thing. But we also have Eldegoss here, and I gotta take him out. Gotta take Eldegoss out. See what I mean? It can heal itself, and it gets a little annoying if you only have one person attacking it. Okay. Wave 4 is down. Tiganin has an 80% HP remaining. Alright, so here is the first boss. This boss is Hoopa. So, once in a while, Hoopa will summon 2 Pokemon to try to distract you. I'm going to be taking the role of taking the distraction. I'm going to take the Pokemon in question out. And the Pokemon that Hoopa summons are random. So, you're going to see we have Delibirds here. Delibirds actually have presents that you can pick up. So I'm going to see what this one has. I did not pick it up. Wigglytuff picked up. So these special presents actually have items that you normally don't see. And I'll see if I can get one at some point. I'm going to grab a berry here, and I'm going to take these 2 out. Another thing that we're having an issue with is because the AI doesn't... For example, Hoopa can use a bunch of moves that can easily be avoided, like I just got creamed right there. But the problem is the AI don't know how to avoid it. And that's the main issue with playing... So doing anything above beginner is kind of difficult to deal with. Because you have to have reliable teammates. And it would be a lot easier if they just made like the AI just a little bit smarter. But they're not... Apparently the creators of this game are not smart enough to be able to do that, or they can't do that for some reason. So this Hoopa bound's almost done. However, that's not the final boss. It's only the first one. I think there's one more after this. But we have to get to through another few ways before we can figure out what that is. Tiganin has left about 15% of HP since he last fought it. So he has a recovery bomb. This bomb allows us to recover HP of anyone that's in the field very, very rapidly for, I think it's like 5 seconds. So it's very useful. Alright, so I'm gonna have to wave off here because we're not sorted very well here. Because I'll go up here and take out this Pokemon here, which is an Excelgor. If you're ever facing bosses in this game, you want to pay very close attention to what they're actually doing, because you can avoid a lot of their attacks. Kind of like I can avoid Raid Battle attacks in Pokemon Go if you're paying attention to them. Obviously, sometimes it's not really worth it, but it is. It can be. Snorlax versus Snorlax is kind of funny. Also, if anyone want to know what my least favorite Pokemon in this game is Gengar. The reason I'm saying that is because Gengar is very frail. However, its ability, its attack, if you have it set up right, you can actually completely KO a Pokemon and opposing Pokemon in literally like a few shots. So this next one's kind of interesting as well. We have Abra attacking Kangaskhan via ranged attacks. Once they're attacked, they will eventually start teleporting away. When they do, they'll teleport to part of the map. And the problem is that they don't regain health when they do, but there's quite a few of them. Obviously, that makes it very irritating to fight. You can see that I can't even take one out fully before it teleports away. So, yeah, it's an issue. I think we're taking care of most of them through this one. There's Delibird again. Probably should use this Freeze Ball, huh? Before I grab this. Recovery Bomb again, okay. Alright, so we have this. I believe this is the last wave. This one, it has, Outlaw on it. So you can see the red thing, see how we just rotated? You can actually avoid that as long as you're not within the red circle. Okay, we've got Pokemon attacking us, so I'm going to attempt to take care of those guys. What am I fighting over here? Okay, we're fighting an Eldegoss over here. Which means you have to worry about basically dealing enough damage to kill it. Otherwise, it's not much of a threat. Perfect. What's the other one? There's also berries here you can grab, so those are semi-useful. Also, it's very hard to tell how much damage you're doing in this game, so... The problem with Alvlog the way it is now is that we can't make a retreat and it's on top of Tinkaton, and does quite a bit of damage to it. So that's an issue entirely. Luckily we're not doing too bad, though. So the way we can either lose this by losing Tinkaton, or I think it's the only way we can have it happen. It's actually turned out really well. It's better than I think I've ever done in this mode. Is this the last mon, though? I want to know. Okay, Wave 8 survived, so there is more to this. We have a Sableye here. That's going to be a problem. We have Mr. Mime as an ally. I forgot you can do this. Sometimes you'll be able to get Mr. Mime as an ally, and it'll be able to do several things that could be helpful. You'll be able to get other Pokemon too, not just Mr. Mime. Think of toughness now. Take a ton, meaning it does more damage to enemies, which is useful. Sableye being a pain in the ass. Wave 9 survived, and then this must be the final boss. This is the problem we have with Zapdos. So Zapdos has a couple of attacks that, if you're not paying attention, you actually could... Yeah. So you're supposed to keep your distance from shock Pokemon. The problem with that is that the AI in this game is not very good at doing that. Then we also have to deal with the Electros that like to explode on top of Tinkaton, which we have to stop. Tinkaton is at 17.2% health now. And Zapdos is right on top of it now. I'm using my Unite move here. Probably not going to do much, but I'll... Okay, Shockwave again. I'm not being targeted this time, so that's good. Tinkaton's down to 14, 13, 9, 8, 7. Might barely be able to pull this off. I can't really tell you at the moment. 4.8. Holy shit, we actually did it. That's the first time me being on an intermediate. Alright, that's cool. Alright, that could have gone a lot worse. We actually come very close to dying. So we survived all the waves, which is wave 10. And now these event points, I'll explain what these do as well. Also, we're done with this, so I'm actually going to pull my face back up. So I can... Where is that at? Where did I put that at? Face cam. There we go. So the event points allow us to either buy stuff to help us with the event. So you can use these to get your Pokemon to attack, or you can exchange them for this stuff, which is Aeos coins, a bunch of other ones. So I'm going to exchange what I have, which isn't a lot. Is it even worth exchanging for that much? Oh, why not? 14 Aeos coins. Next, we're going to grab all our daily stuff. So we have the Sweet Challenge, which we claim. Lunate battles, we get 20 of those hearts, and now we're able to claim this sticker, I believe. Yeah, which is a heart and bow sticker. So we're going to get the Score Challenge, which gives us 200 Aeos coins and 10 item enhancers. They are daily, which gives us 100 tickets, 100 Aeos coins, and 5 item enhancers. Next, we're going to go into our energy rewards. We're going to exchange one energy reward for a bronze Pidgeotto sticker, or emblem, and we're going to run it 2 more times here. And we have a bronze Heracross emblem and a bronze Arbok emblem, which actually is pretty bad in terms of pulls. Something happened in my event thing. Hang on, what is this? More daily events, intense battle training. I get 50 tickets from that. As we're going to our battle pass, we're going to grab what we can grab from there. Claim all. We got 30 tickets and 5 Aeos, or item enhancers. Alright, so that's about it for Unite. We're going to back off of this. I'm going to get rid of the capture card. We're going to go into... I'm going to keep my face cam. I've got to find the full screen capture again. Why is that open? There it is. We're going to minimize that, and we're going to open up and go into Showdown. So I actually have a few Pokemon in development. I put a few teams in development for videos, and I'm going to show one of them off right now. And this, first of all, this ability is utterly ridiculous. Like, it's so bad, it's so good that you make a team actually out of this, and it just defies all expectations. So we're going to try to get this going here, but sometimes it takes a while for it to load up what I want to load up. Okay, so this is the regenerate team I've got. Look at this. So I have not used a lot of these Mons, but there are some Mons that I have used. So we have Soaking Gower, Minshao, Cloth, Toxapex, Ho-Oh, and Hydra Apple. So I'm going to display. We're going to go for anything goes. I'm going to show you guys how ridiculous this team can be, assuming I get the opportunity to do so. Oh, hang on 1 second. I forgot. I can put that back in so we can hear that. Alright, so we're going to start with Minshao. Now I'm going to say one thing here. Minshao in this game is so damn good. So what's going to happen here? Is he going to swap out here, or is he going to let me knock around that Tyranitar? He actually did. Okay, Sash Tyranitar. That's interesting. What's he going to go for? Earthquake? Okay. Surprisingly, doesn't do enough to knock me out. So we're going to go for a knockoff. That's going to do enough damage to knock it out unless he swaps. He swapped. Oh, I see what he's going for here. He's going to go for the Rough Skin and then the Rocky Helmet. But I did get the Rocky Helmet off Garchomp, so... Wait, knockoff didn't work? Interesting. Alright, so now we're going to swap to... What should I swap to? We're going to switch to Hydro Apple, I think. Then we're going to Terrorize Steel. We're going to go for Fickle Beam. Fickle Beam has a random chance to double the power of the move, and I'm switching to Steel in case he decides to go for... Yeah, I was expecting... Oh, actually, he went for something else. I was going to go for a Dragon-type move. He went for Flamethrower. And the Innovative Berry heals me when I take damage from a super effective attack. So we have Vigoroth now as our next foe here. So we're going for Giga Drain. That's going to allow us to get a little HP back. So Vigoroth is obviously using the Eviolite, which increases a Pokemon's defense stat by 1.5 if the Pokemon has yet to evolve. Excuse me. Alright. Let me make sure is my camera out of the way? I think it is. Okay, cool. Alright, so now we're going to go for a Fickle Beam here. He's going for a Fire Punch. Not bad. I got burned. But I'm a special attacker, so it only deals damage over time. So Regenerator. How that works is that when a Pokemon is swapped in between, it gets 30% of its HP back. Which can be a little nasty. So I'm going for Fickle Beam. What is he going to go for? A Low Kick. So he's going to constantly use Low Kick now. So I'm actually going to switch to Ho-Oh. That's going to activate Hydro Apple's Regenerator. It's going to restore a little bit of health. So Ho-Oh is like a god here because of his amazing bulk. Plus I have Giga Drain and Roost on him, which means that if I can anticipate what's going on, I'm going to be able to deal anything. Alright, so there's a surrender right there. So I was expecting that. We're going to do one more thing. I'm going to see if we can get a full battle in here. Might not be able to. Okay, so we obviously are going to... He's going to start with Lando, and he's going to go for Stealth Rock. So we're going to stop him with Minshao. He starts with Quagsire. Interesting. So we're going to go for a Fake Out. It's going to do some damage. Lost HP, makes him flinch. Knock off to get rid of his leftovers. Goes for Earthquake, not bad. Then we'll go for a High Jump Kick. He switches to Lando, okay. Intimidate's going to lower my attack, that's fine. High Jump Kick is not going to do too much damage. I think... Okay, the Rocky Helmet knocked me out. Alright, that's fine. So, debating what I want to do here. I think I'm going to go Ho-Oh. I'm going to Terra Grass. It's going to allow me to basically avoid anything he's going to do. We're going to go for that. We're going to go for Gage Ray, which gets a little boost. So he was going to use Lando to put Stealth Rocks in, and he just didn't do it immediately. So this is dangerous now because he can actually deal quite a bit of damage because now he has all my moves. However, I have seen Ditto running Scarf and everything, so whatever he uses next might be the only move he's able to use for a while. So we'll switch to Toxapex here. I'm going to take a little bit of damage from the Stealth Rocks, that's fine. Sacred Fire. Try to burn me. So we're going for Liquidation here. That's going to do super effective damage unless he swaps. He swaps the Gliscor, that's fine. And my Toxapex actually is Adamant, which is usually something you don't see a lot with him. Switch back to Quagsire because now he's gonna use Water Absorb to do that. And that's fine. So we're going for a lunge here. That's gonna lower his attacks by 1 stage, which means his Earthquake's not gonna do as much damage. So I can basically be lowering his attack while I get HP back. I'm going to use Baneful Bunker to actually deal a good amount of damage. I'm just gonna go for a Poison Jab here. He switches to Kyogre, Grizzle. Go for a Poison Jab here. Am I going to poison him? I do not. So now he's going to obviously go for the Water Spout. I'm going to go for Baneful Bunker. Water Spout, Choice Scarf Kyogre is very common. That increases his speed to a ridiculous amount, and then Water Sport does more damage depending on how much HP Kyogre has left. However, However, is already taking a bit of damage from Poison Jab. So now Water Sport does not do max damage. So I'm gonna see what he does here. My guess he's gonna go for a Thunder, but I'm not sure if that's what he's gonna do or not. Or he could just go AFK, you know, like just choose to sit there until the timer runs out. Heavy Slam, interesting. Funny thing, he wouldn't go for Heavy Slam, he wouldn't have got poisoned. So I'm actually going to start going for Liquidation because it has a chance to reduce the opponent's defense by 30% chance to lower the opponent's defense by 1 stage. So with Rain currently in play, it means that I can do some more damage than I normally would. Now the only way I think he could get out of this, goes for Blizzard, interesting, is for him to switch to Regieleki and start attacking. But he doesn't seem to want to do that for some reason. Damn, double Blizzard miss. That's why I hate moves like Blizzard, Fire Blast, because they have the 20% chance of missing, and I don't like that happening. They're very inaccurate moves. So we're going to Baneful Bunker here. Switch back to Quagsire, that's fine. So I'm going to go for a Poison Jab, try to poison him. Nope. Alright. So now I'm kind of stuck here. However, I'm going to switch back to Ho-Ho, which means Earthquake will no longer... Well, actually, it will hit me because I'm now Grass, but that's fine. So my meaning said he's going to switch back to Ho-Ho. So I'm going to go for Air Slash. He deterred the fire. That's interesting. And I flinched him. Damn. Protected itself, but doesn't matter too much, I don't think. Go for Giga Drain again. In that situation, I didn't even see what the point of him using Protect was for. Thanks for the HP. You know, it's crazy. Stealth Rock by itself really isn't doing much for him. He's going to go for a Protector off the bat. No Sword Stance. Interesting. Now is he going to go for that, or is he going to just try to attack me? Aerial Ace. Okay. I actually forgot Ho was fired there for a second. That's fine. Alright, so we're going to switch back to Toxapex now. He's going to switch back to Quagsire most likely, so I'm going to go for a Poison Jab. No, he actually goes for the Earthquake, okay. My best bet here is now to go to Hydra Apple. Fickle Beam, Aerial Ace. Ignite Barrier gives me a little bit of health back. Switch to Regieleki. Giga Drain. Volt Switch. Switch to Quagsire, that's not a good idea. Get a little HP back from that. Ditto. Transform. Fickle Beam. So we're going to go for a Sludge Bomb here. Switch to Regieleki. I'm thinking he can one-shot me. And he can't. Sludge Bomb again. I think I have him beat. I'm not sure yet, though. Because now he can't use Ditto again to swap to something else. So we'll go for Nasty Plot. He goes for Sludge Bomb. Can't be poisoned, though, so that was kind of pointless. Go for Psyshock. Going to do normal damage. I'm gonna call him GG because it was a good game. And then I'm gonna knock him out. So that was actually pretty good. It was a very good match. All right, so how much time? What am I at now? I've got about 17 minutes left. So I think let me look at my teams real quick. 18, 17, G team, ABC. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to design a new team now based on just H, because that'll come from my alphabet challenge. So we're going to see what we have here. H. So my first thing is Hatterene. Because it has Minch Bounce, meaning I can bounce back Stealth Rocks, Yawn, stuff like that. So we're going to do that. We're going to give 125 to each, whoops, not special attack. 125 to defense. 25. Dang it. 125 to both defenses. Oops. You're going to give 2 200 to special attack. And with the rest in HP because its HP is pretty bad. Alright? So now we're going to choose, let's see, Psychic Fairy, right? Meaning most likely you're going to deal with a Steel type physical move. So we're going to give him the Nature, with that decreases defense, but decreases something we don't need. So we're going to go Calm. Now we want to do Defense. Bold. Perfect. Max all. Not to look at him Hatterene set, because I'm not really sure what it can learn. I know it can learn a couple of good moves. Healing Wish, Giga Drain. Does it have Draining Kiss? Is Draining Kiss a thing? For this Pokemon? It is. I always thought Draining Kiss was a whatever. So we're going to give him Draining Kiss. We're going to give it Thunder Wave, I think, to paralyze. What else? I'm against using Trick Room because if my Pokemon are different, then that's a bit of a problem. We're going to use... how should I do this? You know what? No, we're not going to give it Thunder Wave. We're going to give it Nuzzle. I forgot I can learn that. Guarantees electric, meaning it's better than that. So next we're going to give it... We'll give Mystical Fire to deal with Steel types. And finally, I think we're going to give him... Should I do Substitute? Psycho Cut, Psychic Noise, Side Shock. Let's go Side Shock. And then I believe the item we're going to have is the Leftovers. I think that'll work for that. Next. Alright, next decision here. I have seen Unburden Hawlucha be a thing in the past. So we're going to give it the Sash, because that's probably the best way for us to run it. Unburden doubles the speed when a Pokemon gets lost or gets no... boosts off the switches or gets no item ability. That's fine. So now we're going to give it max speed, max attack, 4 in HP, pretty standard, max all. And we're going to give him a... I think we're going to give him Animate Nature. Now obviously we're going to want probably something really good. I forget how little, like how bad his flying moves are. He only has like 3 of them. But he does have quite a few good moves as well. So we're going to give him Acrobatics because it doubles as a Pokemon. It has no Hell Item, meaning Unburden, Acrobatics, and Sash will work pretty well together. We're going to do... I think High Jump is going to have to be its fighting move that's going to know. Wait, what is its... Flying Press, isn't that its... Oh, are you kidding me? They took away his signature move? That's kind of stupid, actually. Wait, does it... Wait. Still here. It is here. It is still here. I was going to say it must not be used much then. Next, we're going to go for... I think Bulk Up might be a good one to teach him. You do that, and you anticipate they're going to hit you and get rid of your Sash. That might be a good thing to do to give you a little bit of attack and defense boost. Should I do Body Press? Maybe we should do Body Press. Whoops. Especially when it's spelled body, right? And then I think I'm going to hit him Body Slam. Just for a chance of paralyzation. Cool. So that's everything. Check the IVs. Cool. We forgot to do the Terra types, because I always forget to do that. How's it shiny look? Not bad. Bahalucha. Yuck. Anyway. So we're going to change its type, I believe, to Fire. So Mystical Fire will do more damage. Switch Hawlucha. So most likely going to hit us with either a Psychic attack or an Electric attack, right? So, I guess... Like, it's really hard to tell. Like, should I like, make myself... Maybe I should make myself pure fighting. I think we're going to hit with more electric moves. We're going to hit with... Yeah, let's make us pure fighting. So Body Press will do more damage. Next. All right, we have a actually have a good selection. We have Ho-Ho again. Should I just do that again? Should I just get Ho-Ho again and just use the same regenerate build that I used for the last one? Let's do that. Go back to the team. Go back to list. Generate. We're gonna go to import. Copy. Back off this team. Go into the other team. We're going to. No, we're not doing that. Add Pokemon. Import. This one. Save. All right, Ho-Ho's automatically put in with everything we already had. I might have changed our Absorb Bulb on him at some point, though. Next up, H. I've seen people use Hitmonlee with the same kind of thing, but I think I'm going to hold off on that. What else we got here? We got Hydra Apple again. Houndstone. We probably should use Houndstone. Even Houndstone is ridiculous. Fluffy. So we're obviously, the first thing we're going to give is Last Respect, because that's always a good move. We're going to give it Shadow Sneak to quickly knock into the enemy if we need to do that. Should I do Destiny Bond too? And then give it something else? Let's do Destiny Bond. I think Destiny Bond's a decent one. No. You know what? No, I'm not going to do that. I think it needs more powerful moves. Wisp was a decent attack, but I don't know if I want to do that or not. You know, if I go full moves, I might be able to put a... I might be able to make him a bit more defensive. Let me see if I can find a couple of moves to put on him that are actual moves. Alright, so let's see. Most likely going to have an issue with another ghost type, which I already have covered, and probably dark. So Play Rough is probably one of those moves. And then the last move should be Crunch. Yeah, I think Crunch is a good one. So now we're going to give it 125 in defense. We're going to give him the Assault Vest, which is going to increase its special defense by a lot. Then we're going to give it 252 in attack. And then, should I do HP or should I do the other one? Should I do Speed? I feel like Speed doesn't need to be messed with, so let's give it the rest in HP. Cool. We're going to give it Max All, and then we're going to give it a... probably an Adamant Nature, like the other one. Alright, cool. Alright. Next up we have... we're going to use somebody else here. What are we going to use? We're actually using a lot of H Pokemon. That's actually kind of interesting. What else? Heracross Moxie could work, actually. That gives me 2 fighting Pokemon, though. Should I risk that? Probably gonna have to. So we're going to go Moxie as an ability. Or make it bulky, I think. Can it learn Swords Dance or can it learn Bulk Up? Swords Dance, can it learn Bulk Up? It can learn Bulk Up. So that Bulk Up. Next, we're going to give it... we're fighting those Pokemon. We're going to definitely need a bug move to help us with that. Let's go Lunge. Fighting moves are kind of hit or miss here. It's got Seismite Toss, but Seismite's not the greatest of a fighting move. Arm Thrust, that's decent. Focus Punch, Close Combat, probably going to have to do my best here. And then, his last move is going to be... should I do Curse? No, it would, that's not worth it. Earthquake. Right, Moxie, so we're going to actually... we have Bulk Up already, so we're going to give it 125 in defense, 125 in special defense. Then we're going to put 125 there. Whoops. So essentially my strategy here is to make as resonant as possible so we can use Moxie as much as possible because we want to deal with enough damage here for us to deal to because Moxie does increase your attack stat by 1 stage every time you knock out a Pokemon. So we're actually going to go for this. We're going to go plus defense minus special attack, and then the item we're going to give him is going to be. Can I learn Drain Punch? Did I go over Drain Punch? Okay, can't do that. All right, that's fine. We're going to give him the. That's a good question. What should I give him? Life Orb. Okay, Impish, max IVs, plus. Alright, so now we need one more Pokemon. The Pound's alright, but I'm not crazy about Sandstream. Don't want to do another fighting Pokemon, do I? I have a fire type, right? You know, let's just do Hydra Apple like we did with the other one. Just like the other team. So we're going to go back in here. We're going to go to Import, Export, Hydra Apple. Copy. Team. Back. Go to this team. Add Pokemon, Import, Export. Or Import. Paste. Save. Perfect. So I'm still, like, should I get, I think Ho can now have, let me give, did we, I didn't give anyone, we gave him the leftovers. I really don't like to use the same held items more than once. So what else we got here for him? Rocky Helmet, I think, is a decent one. Alright. So now I need to figure out Terra types here. I think turning him Pure Bug would be a good idea. Hawlucha's already done. Houndstone. We're going to change him to Fairy. To deal with dark types. Where's Fairy? Apparently I can't spell today. And then we already got that figured out. Nope, we got to... Nope. Oh, that's everything. Alright. So now we're going to see if this can be used in AG. Validate. Valid. Alright. So do we have enough time to do like one or two matches here? I do. So let's give this a shot. Anything goes. Let's do it. Oh boy. So obviously he's gonna start with Smeargle and start using Moody immediately. But I can deal with him a little bit. Let's start with Heracross. Smeargle, obviously. Lunge. Start. I don't want to go close combat right off, so we're gonna start with Lunge. Alright, this isn't happening because he immediately knows Spore. Yeah, that's not happening. I'm not doing that. I'm not dealing with a Spore user. That's not happening. I hate Spore. Spore should not be 100% accuracy in any situation. Okay. So he's going to start with Glimmora most likely. I'm going to start with Hydra Apple. Weird first choice, but I can do something about this. So we're going to go for Terra. We're going to go for... Terra. We're going to Terra Steel, Terra Blast. Doesn't go for Blizzard, which is not going to do very effective damage with. I really got frozen. Oh wow, I am not running very well here, am I? That's 2 battles I got screwed by Stats Condition. All right, next. All right, we're going to start with Heracross again. Start with Clodsire. That's fine. Bulk up. Earthquake. Get rid of Substitute. Still causes damage with Earthquake, though. Actually, starting to go for another Substitute or something. Alright, so Moxie activates. My attack goes up. Doesn't go for a flying move here. I don't... There's a lot I can do in this situation. Yeah, I don't really have anything to deal with Dragonite, actually. Lunge. I can keep his attack stat down, at least. Dragon Claw. Well, actually, didn't do as much as I thought it would. Heraclaw's actually really good. String Speed, okay. So now we're going to switch to Houndstone. I'm going to get poisoned, that's fine. And Shadow Sneak. Yeah, his special defense is 345. That's ridiculous. So I definitely have Fluffy, so he's going to go for a fire move, most likely. I'm going to switch to Ho-Ho. Stealth Rock, interesting. I'm going to Terra Grass, and then I'm going to go Giga Drain. Hurt by the Rocky Helmet. Turned out to be actually useful. Should really go for a fire move. He does have a yeah, so Flare Blitz is going to knock himself out because of everything that goes with the recoil. Switch back to Houndstone. Last Respects. Deals quite a bit of damage. Pretty cool. Alright. Last Respects again. Shadow Sneak, because I'm not going to have another opportunity to deal more damage. Switch to Hatterene. Nuzzle. That should do a lot of damage. Alright, I think I lost this battle because kept putting down spikes and everything, so I don't think I'm going to make it out of this one. I can't do anything in this situation, I don't think, either, because the way it's set up. Body press. I don't think I'm going to... Oh, I actually do go first. That isn't enough. Yeah, so this is over. Alright, so at least I got some in with that. That's pretty good. Alright, people. I think that's going to do it. We've been here for over 2 hours. I'd like to appreciate the 2 or 3 who actually showed up for the stream. But anyway, this is the Pokemon Fan 1993 signing off. I'll see you guys in the next video and or stream. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.